strong effort from the White House. They're literally calling it a hostile act to sign this discharge petition now. And I don't know if that's precedented in this country to have a president call legislators to say that they're engaged in a hostile act, particularly when the so-called hostile act is trying to get justice for people who've been victims.
Come see me on tour in Appleton, Wisconsin, Rosemont, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, Louisville, Fort Wayne, Hermosa Beach, Sacramento, San Francisco, Irvine. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. So Thomas Massie has been pushing back very hard, and he wants to get a vote to make them release all the information they have about Epstein. And guess what? Mike Johnson, the GOP leader of the House, is urging Republicans not to sign the Epstein discharge position. Hey, there's got to be something that can make the Republicans look worse right now. And I'm surprised they haven't already consulted Rabbi Shmuley to help them pull that off. But here it is.
Selling dildos with your daughter.
House GOP leaders are urging their members to steer clear of the discharge petition aiming to force the Trump administration to release all the government files on Jeffrey Epstein. In a closed-door meeting in the basement of the Capitol, Speaker Mike Johnson called on GOP lawmakers to instead support the efforts of the Oversight and Government Reform Committee, which is seeking more disclosures of the Epstein case from the Justice Department of Justice, the Epstein estate, and former federal law enforcement officials who worked on the case. Yeah, come on, you guys. Let's not rush into this. It's not like we've been waiting for what was promised for years now. The message from leadership was clear. We have a very positive alternative, Wilson said as he emerged from the meeting. Representative Thomas Massie, who sponsored the discharge petition, disagrees. He spoke out during the same meeting to make the case that the Department of Justice simply can't be trusted to release all the relevant information without legislation forcing the agency's hand. What is that? By the way, what is the positive alternative? Israel won't detonate their previously planted devices in our major cities? Is that the positive alternative? Holding up his phone, he showed reporters a picture of one of Epstein's flight log documents released by the Oversight panel Tuesday evening. All of the names on the log were redacted. What's clear is they're not redacting just to protect victims. They are redacting to protect reputations, Massie said. Some of these people are probably innocent, but some of them are most certainly guilty.
Yeah, you correlate with the video they have out of Epstein's place, you know, the terabytes of data. So all them Chase Bank people, for example.
Z Squirrel, Jimmy Dore hater, because I exposed Cornel West. Trump's response when he was asked if he would release the Epstein files, no, you don't want to affect people's lives. Here's what he said.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you know, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole...
Yeah, right, because if there's one thing the administration cares about, it's protecting innocents from collateral damage. That's what he's saying.
World.
Yeah.
But I think I would, or at least...
Do you think that would restore trust? Help restore trust?
Yeah, I don't know about Epstein so much as I do the others.
What an odd thing to say.
I didn't know you were going to be talking about this.
Yeah, great. That's great. What are we supposed to... They're going to just release the list and not tell us who did it? These are the spy agencies that are spying on you 24 hours a day. They don't know who's really guilty?
Johnson and his leadership team are racing to dissuade any more Republicans from joining that list, promoting the Oversight Committee's efforts and warning that Massie's strategy risks releasing information that could harm victims. Double CK. The White House has also launched an aggressive outreach campaign to GOP lawmakers in hopes of preventing Massie from getting the 218 signatures he needs. Thomas Massie tweeted this out. White House says helping me secure a vote to release all Epstein files is a hostile act. They're threatening anyone who helps bring true transparency and justice for survivors. They call it a hostile act. This is a tacit admission. The Oversight Committee data release is woefully incomplete. Helping Thomas Massie would be viewed as a very hostile act to the administration. If they were any more obvious, they'd be sitcom writers. In response to Massie's comment, a White House official told NBC News in an email, helping Thomas Massie would be viewed as a very hostile act to the administration.
Wow. So don't look into vaccines or this thing.
Don't look into vaccines. Don't let researchers do their research. Don't look into the cause of autism. Don't look into Tylenol and pregnant women. Not only you don't do your own research, but don't let researchers do their own research. And here's Thomas Massie. Here's what he had to say about all this.
Updates on the discharge petition. Do you think you'll get the number of signatures you need?
I think we'll eventually get there. What people are waking up and discovering right now is the folks who stayed up all night to go through the 34,000 individual pages have found that they're so redacted as to be useless, and that many of them were already available.
Do you think this oversight tactic is releasing these documents? I mean, how do you actually read it? Clearly, they're pushing for more transparency, but it seems like it's not enough for you.
Well, I appreciate the effort that they've undertaken, but the scope of their investigation is to investigate the investigators. Like, they don't ever intend to have any criminal referrals. There may be some notations from the Oversight Committee when this is done that, oh, this FBI person didn't check this box, or this person acted unethically, or this person got too light of a sentence. But they're not going in and trying to identify who these perpetrators were of these heinous sexual abuse crimes.
I wanted to ask which Republicans you think will end up signing onto your discharge petition.
Well, I made the mistake of getting 12 co-sponsors, and so the White House knew who to target. So I'm not going to name anybody who's thinking about joining.
But you're confident you'll get the signatures?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's a strong effort from the White House. They're literally calling it a hostile act to sign this discharge petition now. And I don't know if that's precedented in this country to have a president call legislators to say that they're engaged in a hostile act, particularly when the so-called hostile act is trying to get justice for people who've been victims.
And if you really want to see a hostile act, make sure you make it out to Appleton, Wisconsin, Rosemont, Illinois, Chicago, Louisville, Fort Wayne, Hermosa Beach, Sacramento, and San Francisco. So there it is. There's Thomas Massie committing a hostile act against the Trump administration.
Hey, if this country starves kids to death all around the world and kicks in people's doors in countries that are illegally invaded, what are the odds they give a rat's ass about your kids getting trafficked?
They don't.
What are the odds?
The odds are 0.
Yeah, keep saluting the flag, geniuses.
So there it is. Good for Thomas Massie. And I just don't. It's just. They're all in on it. This does not look good.
Except Massie and Marjorie Taylor Greene.
90%.
Of course, those are the crazy ones.
80% of MAGA wants it revealed. 83% of regular Republicans want it released. 90% of Democrats. 85% of independents want it. Everybody wants this released, and they're just going to keep doing this. This is
right. All the voters want it released.
This is the equivalent of Joe Biden is sharp and focused. And if you can't handle it, F you.
There's one continuous message from your government your whole life. If you can't handle it, F you.
If you can't,
well, I hope you're hearing it.
Yeah. Come see me on tour in Appleton, Wisconsin, Rosemont, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, Louisville, Fort Wayne, Hermosa Beach, Sacramento, San Francisco, Irvine. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.